Hi YouTube fans and my friends and family, welcome to my channel again, your boy local Scottish Trekkie, and I am back for another Star Trek, the official Starships collection special review, and this evening I'm going to be doing, yes, I don't know why I've never done this one sooner, but here she is, the USS Enterprise NCC-1701-D. So what I'll do is I'll get through the magazine and its specifications, and then after the magazine we'll get into the starship itself, which is here, the Galaxy class Enterprise. So let's get into it, shall we? Yes. So I'll just put that there now, and we'll get into the reading of the magazine, which is here. So the content says making the next generation on board, casting Star Trek The Next Generation, and I'll show you how to mount the ship on its stand at the end when we get to the starship. And we've got the USS Enterprise NCC-1701 Delta or D specification. So she first appears in Counter at Farpoint. She's revised the deflector. Last seen Star Trek Generations and designed by Andrew Probert. And the captains is Picard, Riker, and Jellicoe. And it's something different. You usually have ship pictures down here, but you have cast. So you've got Geordi LaForge, Jean-Luc Picard, and Data. So we have back on board. So when Gene Roddenberry brought Star Trek back in 1987, he knew that he couldn't just recreate the original series. So the new Star Trek series was set 100 years after the original and had a very different kind of crew. And Roddenberry banned appearances by relatives of Kirk's crew and was reticent to using familiar phrases. So in 1986, there hadn't been a new episode of Star Trek in 17 years. Wow, that's a long time. But the fourth movie in the franchise, Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, had been released to great acclaim and broken previous box office records. The original Star Trek that took place years after Kirk completed his 5-year mission. The first producer to start work on the idea was Greg Strangis, but Paramount were always concerned about creating Star Trek without the involvement of the original creator, Gene Roddenberry. When he expressed his dissatisfaction with Strangis' idea, that project nearly collapsed. So we have Gene Roddenberry with the studio model Enterprise D here. So we have Gene Roddenberry pictured with the TNX VFX team from the beginning. The intention was to put motion picture effects on the small screen on a weekly basis. Doing that involved reinventing the wheel and creating the effects using a combination of the film and video. So we have Andrew Probert started to design the new Enterprise off his own bat, and the producers approved the first drawing they saw, which is up here. And you also have the Enterprise with its like the cells getting attached and the saucer section being attached and detached. And you also have artist work of the holodeck. So the holodeck allowed the writers to tell any kind of story they wanted, and the production team to raid the studio's vault and prop sets. And then you have the TNG would have a captain who stayed on the ship and the first officer who led the raiding parties. that visited planets, something that had been part of the plan for an abandoned Star Trek series in the 70s. The android Data was designed to offer an alien point of view on humanity, in which the same way that Spock had. However, unlike Spock, Data wanted to be human. So then you have Probert's first job was to design the bridge. The original brief he was given was that it should be radical departure and that the crew wouldn't be there at all times. So you have the bridge work here. So you've got the artwork of the on the bridge. As the design of the bridge evolved, the producers decided that all the crew members should stay present, but for a long time there was still a meeting table in the middle of the set. And then we have the weapons from Star Trek The Next Generation. So you have the early designs for the phaser were designed to make it look unthreatening and emphasize that it was a tool. As in the original series, there was a smaller version that could be powered by adding a handle. So you have the design of the phaser up here, and then you have the tricorders down here as well. Is that the science one, or is it the tactical communicator tricorder? So that's it there. And then we have, if you've watched the first episode of Star Trek Encounter at Farpoint, we get a first appearance by Admiral Bones, DeForest Kelly. He tells Data that she's a fine ship, credit to her name, and stay and if you support her, she'll support you. And then we have John Delancey as is Q, and then you have Deanna Troi in her skint uniform. So in the early episodes, both men and women were seen wearing mini dresses. However, this look was soon abandoned, and then they came with the traditional Starfleet uniforms. And then we have the new Enterprise, which was built by LMM. By most shots featured a long, it would be filmed as an image G. So you have the Enterprise up here. And then the early publicity photograph shows Roddenberry and his new cast assembled on the planet Hell stage, which would be used for the alien planets throughout the series. So you've got the cast there. It's a really good. It's a really good magazine. It tells you everything about the. So we have cast in The Next Generation. So we have the captain. So we have Captain Picard. We have the first officer, Jonathan Frakes, Riker. Now this man here, this man originally was supposed to be. He was screened to play William Riker. But he got the role as First Officer Commander William Riker, otherwise known as Number 1, was described as a Caucasian, aged 30 to 35. Actor Michael O'Gorman, who went to play the movie Ironweed, was identified as an early favourite, although according to the notes from the producers, he was considered to be an actual choice, a good one for the role. Another early favourite was Billy Campbell. So this man was supposed, well, it wasn't supposed to be, but he was in line to play Will Riker. And then we have Brent Spiner, who played Data, the android. And we have Tasha Yar, Mitcha Hernandez, and Deanna Troi. So we have Tasha and Deanna. Now, Another thing they were going to do was they were going to have Marina Sirtis play Tasha Yar and Denise Crosby play Dana Troy. But they went with Denise with Tasha and Marina with Diana. And then we have Geordie LaForge down here, played by LeVar Burton. And then we have Dr. Crusher, played by Gates McFadden, and Wesley Crusher, played by Will Wheaton. And then we have Michael Dorn as the Klingon Worf. And then that's the review of the magazine, which we have the Enterprise facing upwards with the Star Trek at the top. So let's get into the model itself, shall we? Which we all look forward to seeing. And here she is, the Enterprise D, the XL version of the ship. And there she is. Really, really nice indeed, isn't she? NCC-1701-D. Now, the one thing I do like about this starship is its size. Its size is nice, it fits well for the XL starship, and it feels like this part is really, really heavy when you touch it. This part down here must be die cast, and that's metal. Sorry, that's plastic, and that's die cast. Now, one thing they've got wrong, and they've still got wrong since issue 1 of the collection, is Shuttle Bay 1 and 2. I think it was Shuttle Bay 1, it was meant to be smaller, and Shuttle Bay 2 was meant to be a bit longer. But it's still a nice starship. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Galaxy class is a favourite. Well, it's not my. It's a good starship. I mean, we've got other parts. So we've got the clear parts in the nacelles. We've got the clear plastic part down here for the impulse section of the star drive. Of the secondary hull. The pilot, the nacelle ports are plastic at the front. They're all plastic there and here at the front of here. This part's all painted. I'll just do it. Yes, it is. Yep, it's all painted, and it's got its other shuttle bay at the top of the saucer, and we have its impulse engines here and here, and it's got its phaser bank on the underside along here, and the Starfleet pennant on the underside down here. It's just a really nice starship, the Enterprise D. So I'll show the stand. So there's the stand. So it is USS Enterprise NCC-1701-D special, and it's 3682A-A. And to mount the starship on its stand, what you do is you look at this wee part here and here, and the prongs, and you just sort you sort the ship over this like that and like that, and that's the Enterprise D in its stand, ready for shelving on your displaying on your shelf. So yeah, boys and girls and Trekkies alike, that's my review of the Galaxy class USS Enterprise NCC-1701 Delta. And if you've liked what I've done tonight, please show the thumbs and the likes. Please hit the notification bell at the top and subscribe to my channel for some more Star Trek stuff and other stuff as well. And I will see you in the next video, which I'll probably do is the XL TOS Enterprise, which I can't believe I've done. I will get that up as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. So please, guys, as Leonard Nimoy and Mr. Spock would say, live long and prosper, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye now. Bye guys. Thanks so much. Thank you. Bye bye.